Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Spring Valley High School Auditorium. Tonight we have our winter concert with the concert band that's up here on the stage, and then you'll hear the wind ensemble shortly after, so we hope you enjoy. Alright, so we had a couple of soloists in that song. We had Miss Jaden Atkins on trumpet, and Michael Chappelle back there on tuba. So when I was picking out this music, I didn't exactly know what I wanted to play with these kids this Christmas concert. But then I came across some African-themed things, and there were some Irish-themed things, so I decided that we were going to take a trip around the world for this Christmas concert. So the next one that you're going to hear is called African Holy Night, so it's Oh Holy Night, but it's kind of got some cool percussion grooves and stuff in there and features them a little bit, so here's African Holy Night. All right, so we've gone to one side of the world. Let's bring it back over here to America. We're going to play an American Christmas portrait. So it has a few different tunes mixed in there that are in the style of more American type music. And in this one, there are a couple of soloists that I'll have stand at the end so that way they can get some extra recognition for being awesome. So here is American Christmas Portrait. for our last tune, we're going to head back over to the other side of the world for Celtic Bell Carol. It's got some Irish, Scottish type feels to it. But I hope that you all have enjoyed everything that these kids have done. A lot of these kids are freshmen, so they're coming and transitioning from the middle school up into the high school. And it's a big deal for them. They haven't played any type of repertoire that looks anything like this, maybe on a higher grade for them. So they put in a lot of work, and then the rest of the concert band kids have done an awesome job of just being good mentors to them and helping them along the way. So I hope you have a great holiday season, and here is Celtic Bell Carol. If y'all just be patient and give us a few minutes, we're going to go ahead and switch around.
The group you see up here is our wind ensemble. The first piece we're going to play for you is kind of a variation on Deck the Halls. This is called Fantasy on Deck the Hall. Okay, I did not intentionally stick to the theme that Miss Elliott was talking about earlier, but it kind of worked out this way. So we're going to travel to Russia now, and this piece that you're getting ready to listen to is kind of a standard band piece. A lot of them are like, well, why are we playing it's about Russian Christmas and all that? This is an old band piece that was originally written by Alfred Reed. It's a very kind of well-known band piece. And I want to, I've always believed in this, expose them to old band literature. And so when you listen to it, it's very symphonic. It sounds something like from an orchestra. So this is entitled Russian Christmas Music. Isn't that a great piece? It's so fun to conduct too. It wears me out just as much as them. This next piece is, again, not pre-planned, but it kind of happened, is a British piece that is very well known. The gentleman that originally wrote his name John Rutter. He writes a lot of choral music, mostly for children's choruses and things over in England. And a lot of his music is now being written for band. And a very famous carol that he wrote, and if you go on YouTube, you can find several versions of this for choir, but this is Candlelight Carol. And one day, not all of them, but some of them, we now have in the band room a 75-inch television. They went from like a little 30-inch television to a 75-inch television. It's like they've gone into a movie theater. And every day, not every day, but some days during lunch or different things, I'll find YouTube and I'll let them hear these pieces. So I let them listen to the choral version of it, because a lot of the stuff that they do in the band version translates from the choral version. But this is a beautiful arrangement by Jay Dawson of Candlelight Carol. Okay, before we do our last piece, I want to thank you all for coming out to the dinner. We started that last year. We'll do those at both of our concerts. We'll have another one in May, and we'll do same time. And we'll start at 5:30. I appreciate all of you coming out. I also want to thank, I think I saw them. I saw Miss Warbush was here, and Mr. Salmons was around. I do want to, Mr. George came and told me, I'll apologize about one thing. They had a basketball game going on, so those bathrooms down at one end, but there are bathrooms, he told me, open up the glass room over here, and then this bathroom out here when we're done, if some of you need that. But we just happen to have two things going on at the same night. Also, when we're finished, I've asked them to help strike the stage a little bit as far as getting chairs and stands put up, so everybody helps. All right, guys, we get it done. So, and the percussion equipment will be moved too, so just be patient with us so we can get everything put away. But I want to thank you all for coming out. It has been a great year so far. We had a very successful fall, had a long fall, and they've got several things that are coming up after Christmas break. We've got solo ensemble, we've got honor bands, we got things like that. It never stops, it keeps going, and it's a good thing. It's getting a lot of them playing. I'm real proud of, I'm saying, because I see them every day, and I know Miss Elliott, she comes in the afternoon in season. I'm real proud of the concert band, both all these guys that played. I want to give them a round of applause. They're doing a great job tonight. You all, they're two separate classes. They played, what you heard tonight, they played together twice. We had 2 rehearsals. So some of them are used to it. Mr. Wood has to do that too, but they did a great job. I'm proud of them. Also, if you feel inclined, if all this stuff that we do, music, repairs, all that stuff is not a cheap thing. It is very expensive. There is a donation bucket up here, so when we get done, if you feel, if you would like to give something, that'd be great. The last piece we're going to play for you is kind of a medley of all kinds of Christmas carols. And it's based off of, it's a rearrangement of a famous Leroy Anderson piece called Christmas Festival. And Leroy Anderson was very well known for writing Sleigh Ride. A lot of you know that. So this is another piece by him that's a very well-known Christmas piece too. But most people know Sleigh Ride. But this is a Christmas Festival. great. You all have a happy holiday. Thanks.